Plaintiff John Hall says the defendant dated his daughter, and even after they broke up, John allowed the defendant to move in with them. John says while there, the defendant took one of his cars without permission and totaled it while driving drunk. So he's suing for the value of the car. Defendant Stephen Butts denies that he was drunk on the night of the accident and insists he was never arrested for anything. Stephen admits that he totaled the car, but claims John sold him the vehicle, so it was his to total.
All right, prove your case.
I have known Mr. Butts for approximately 5 years when he first started dating my daughter. You as a parent probably know that no guy is probably good enough for your daughter, but we thought he'd give him a shot. He had a full scholarship to college and seemed like a nice enough guy. And daughter liked him, so. But
That's good enough for me if my daughter likes him, as long as he's not a criminal or endangers her. Go right ahead.
Well, after a while, things just started to, I don't know, come to light that maybe things weren't everything that they should have been. Maybe he wasn't.
Like what?
He lost his scholarship. It seemed like maybe he was drinking a little bit too much.
How did it seem like? You say seem
well,
like
because, I mean, he had some issues, DUIs.
Okay.
DUI, uno. Just one DUI.
Right.
It was a mistake. It was on my birthday. I was a little drunk. I was driving home. You know, I dropped all my friends off, thought I could make it home. Didn't realize how drunk I was. You know, I've learned from that, and I've never done it again.
All right. Go ahead.
Like I said, there were just things that just didn't seem to be right. But we had always treated him like a family, and even after they broke up after 3 years, we continued to treat him like family,
Okay.
Allowed him to live at the house. My daughters gave him rides to and from work because he didn't have a driver's license. And then problems. I've got harassing phone calls that I've got on tape here.
Yeah, I never called and
Let
harassed
me hear
him.
from you. So you want to give me some background?
Yes, sir. Thank you. This whole thing is just a spite move on John's part. Like I said, I did date his daughter. I was kicked out of my house when I was 18 while I was
Why?
in school.
Why?
I decided to go on spring break. You know, you get a week off from college. I took his daughter. We went whitewater rafting for a few days. Came home, and apparently my father thought that I shouldn't have gone on vacation. We got in an argument. He said, just pack your stuff and get out. So John and his family were kind enough to invite, they came and picked me up from my house with all my stuff. I moved in with them, and he was kind enough to let me live under the same roof for him off and on over the past 5 years. He was a very nice guy about it. I even got to stay in the same room as his daughter, so that shows a lot of trust.
All right.
So,
And yeah, I guess you were just using the colloquialism of no one's good enough for your daughter, because certainly
Well, I think
for you to treat him so nicely as to let him come into your household, you thought a lot of him.
Well, yes, sir. I mean, he
But
seemed like a
certainly
decent guy.
you wanted Prince Charles.
Well,
to
of
be,
course, doesn't everyone?
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. No,
Well, during
if
this
I wanted
time-
Prince Charles,
Well,
Prince Charles had the other woman living in the
okay.
part of the castle or something. Go ahead.
Well, during this time, he allowed me to use of his vehicles while I had my license. Like I said, I did lose my license, but 6 months later, I got it back. You know, as soon as I could, as soon as I was able to get the money together. And then, you know, I'd move out, live with my brother for a little while. You know, I was kind of rocky, trying to figure out, you know, get my feet under me. He was there for me the whole time. But then as soon
What
as
about school?
I was in college for 1 year and I dropped out. I lost my
Why?
scholarship because I didn't go back.
Why?
I didn't feel like I wanted to be in college at the time. So I thought if I just took time off and worked, maybe I'd have an idea
you
of what I'm
work?
doing now. Yes, sir, I've been working. His wife was actually my employer.
All right.
She's a painter, so I'd go with her to different
She's a what?
houses. She paints houses, interiors,
I thought you said
designs.
she was a pain.
Well,
Having this woman to let you stay under her roof and gave you a job. All right, good enough. So you think they were great folks?
yes, sir.
And
I still do.
great friends to you?
Yes, sir. But like I said, this whole thing is out of spite. John had an accident where he got a huge payoff settlement from it. And when he got that, he decided he moved out of the house, leaving his daughters and his wife at home. He went and got an apartment, went and bought two brand new cars for himself, bought a brand new car for his daughter, the one I used to date.
I didn't buy any brand new cars, Your Honor.
All right.
Not for
Let me
myself.
finish.
So anyway, so he showed up with a BMW and Escalade. That's not new, sure. But he has this car that I've been using. You know, I've been using it off and on for 3 years, a Honda Civic. Well, he was like, well, you know, we should
car
buy
in
it.
question?
Yes, sir, the Honda
Let
Civic.
me allow him to explain his lawsuit. First of all, did you run into some money and then run off?
Well, I had actually moved out of the house prior to the
Okay.
accident.
Bought you 2 cars and skipped town. Is that how
No,
it
I
happened?
didn't skip town.
Well, went on the other side of town.
Okay, I moved into an apartment, but I had already moved out of the house before the accident, before I
the
came into the money.
All right.
Before I came into the money.
Okay.
I didn't buy any.
Trumped up a reason so when you knew the money was coming in.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Well,
You created the biggest argument you could possibly create. And said, I'm gone. Week later, the check just happens to show up.
well, I gave my wife half of it. So.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Good man. All right.
I don't know what he's referring to as an Escalade. I have a Trailblazer provided by the company I work for.
Okay.
That's the other vehicle I drive.
Well, he has no business trying to count your money anyhow. So
Well, no,
go
he
right
doesn't.
ahead.
I mean, he's cost me enough money. I don't think he needs to be counting
That's
what
the
I
value
spent.
of the car you're suing for. Tell me how he cost you money.
Well, he took the car one night from the house, drove it.
With your
and-
permission?
Not my specific
Go
permission,
ahead.
no. And was involved in an accident, totaled the car, and I have a police report here. It says that he was driving under the influence of alcohol during
Is that
that
the
accident.
one he was referring to?
Well, no, this was after he got his license back, so I'm assuming
Second
he's referring
time?
to another one.
Sir?
No, sir, I wasn't driving drunk. I went to the hospital. They said I was fine. I got an ER, I got a
police
CAT scan.
Didn't
sir.
conclude that you were...
The police never filed a report.
I have a copy of the police report right here. These are pictures of the damage done to the car.
The driver of Unit 1 driving under the influence of alcohol ran off the road. Did you run off the road?
Yes, sir. A bunch of deer were coming out. I swerved to avoid it, hit a mailbox, totaled the car. Went to the hospital where, you know, everyone said, you know, you're going to be okay. It was fine. But before then, I was a lien holder on the car. So I had the permission to drive it since I'm a lien holder. And the only way
Permission to drive it drunk.
No, sir, I wasn't driving drunk.
That's what the police said. Go ahead.
Well, so he sold me the car for $800. I have the bill of sale, and I was a lien holder on the vehicle. So, because that's the only way you can have insurance in your own name is to be a lien hold. So I don't see how I took his car with that
Sir?
permission.
He said you sold him the car.
I have the title right here.
Yeah, let's see it. All right. You have any evidence that belongs to you?
I have the bill of sale, and I'm a lien holder. That's the only way you can get insurance.
Let's see the bill of sale.
sorry,
That's
A lien holder is the person that you would owe
bill
money
of sale.
to.
Bill of sale. That's all I need. Did you sell him the car?
No.
Okay. Well, I have a bill of sale with your signature. Did you sign a bill of sale?
I didn't. I may have signed a bill of sale.
Well, if you signed a bill of sale, that means you sold it.
I have the.
Have a good day. $2,000 is dismissed. Goodbye.
I still respect you, John. I respect your entire family. The Holes have been like my family for 5 years, my surrogate family. And I'm sorry that it had to come to this. This was all out of spite, and I know it was. And it was just because you're trying to find something to hold against me.
You never paid me for the car. I still feel that you owe me for the car. And basically, you say it's for spite. It's more for you need to get back on the right track.